Rumble. And go live on Twitch. All right. And now we're going to make sure social streams are all up. So select auto find and activate auto find in live sources. Okay, now I should be able to see all the things. Awesome. If we go over here to social chat, hopefully we'll see everything. Hopefully. And we're live. I do want to confirm that we're showing up live on our Kickstarter page because I just implemented that. So let's double check that real quick. I'll do it in a private window. Kickstarter Junkyard Juggernauts. Double check here. All right, good. And here's the live stream. And it looks like we are live. If I press play, I imagine it'll play and it'll be like, oh yeah, that's me right now. Not playing. Hefe, you are first. Good job, Ice Cracker. Oh, geez, Hafner, how did you guys both got it? How did that happen? Hello, Ashley, Hefe, Hafner, how are you all doing? Welcome, Rewinders and board game lovers. If you're a fan of board games that are on Kickstarter now, I know that's I'm sure that's a wide swath of people. Or you're just someone who enjoys movies from the 80s and 90s, or you're someone who's looking to make new friends in an online community or forge deeper friendships with the friends you already have there, then this is the stream for you. My name is Francisco. I just realized I'm probably fighting against the music a little bit to be heard, so let me tone that down some. Give me one moment. Because I don't want you guys being like, I can kind of hear you, Francisco, but there's a northwesterly rolling in. I can't hear you very well. I'm sure that's all of you right now. That's just completely you guys. Husband, love to you too, Ashley. Well, congrats to somehow Hefe and Hafner both getting the first achievement. And yeah, I'd be curious, guys, if you wouldn't mind trying going to the Kickstarter, and you can get the link, !Kickstarter will get you the link if you don't have it. Just sort of come up in your browser and go to this site, because I posted, apparently you can embed live streams into your page. And so I can see the preview of it just like you guys, but if I press play, nothing seems to happen. And I'm not exactly sure why that is. So, oh, maybe I have shields up and it's not allowing for that. So I'm going to try with shields down. Maybe that'll let it work. No, it's not working. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, maybe it's better to embed the YouTube. But if you guys would be willing to try that on your computers, let me know if it works for you. If not, we'll just embed the YouTubes from now on. I imagine that would work. In fact, why don't we just see if that works? I mean, we're here, we're cool, we're awesome. I have the app, not sure if it works. Oh, I mean, that'd be good to know if it works on the app. So yeah, please test that if you don't mind, Hafner. Okay, but one thing to let you all be aware of is those of you who have play tested the game know that we use the platform Tabletopia to play test Junkyard Juggernauts. And now it is actually, Junkyard Juggernauts is published to Tabletopia. So it's available to everyone to go play. You don't have to go through like a zone or anything. You just do a search for Junkyard should be enough. Junkyard, let's see. And it comes up, Junkyard Juggernauts. You click on it. You choose if you want to play solo. If you want to play online, play hot seat. You can just, if you just want to like pass your laptop to the next person, I think that's how hot seat works. Or you just, hey, okay, your turn. I'll move your turn. You can play it that way. And you can do a 1-player setup, which again, solo, 2-player, 3-player, or 4-player is also available. And yeah, you say play online. It creates a new room for you. You say what player count you want. Let's say you want 4 players. And then you just send people, invite players. You can say invite players and people maybe you're friends with on Tabletopia, or I guess people that are just up for playing. Or you can send the link by clicking this little share, copy URL, send them the link. and then you could play just whenever you want. You don't have to do it based on my timetable. If you are a streamer though, and you plan on streaming you play, please let me know. I would love to promote your stream of it. Hey Dale, how are you doing? So because it's now official on Tabletopia, I want to put the link to the official place on the Kickstarter instead of just the play zone link. So I'm going to copy this. Oh yeah, and wow, that's really easy. Just tabletopia.com/game/Junkyard Juggernauts with a hyphen. But okay, we're going to go to, let's see, am I in edit mode? No, I'm in preview mode. No, I'm editing. Okay, this is, if you've never made a Kickstarter, this is sort of what the story editor looks like. I'm going to go down here to Tabletopia. Okay, and I'm going to click on this. I'm going to change the link to not do that. I want to edit the link. Thank you. And so, wait, did it already do it? Okay, no, it was all this other junk after Junkyard Juggernauts. But I'm just going to press that. Check. Save. Dale says hello. Hefe is waving. Hey. Or maybe you're waving at Dale. I don't see it in the app, but I've never seen live streams on there. Okay, so it may just be something that works just on the web version. I am curious. Let's see, what supports? Let's see. Do live streams work on mobile? Or work in the app? Let's see what Kickstarter's AI tells me. Can I? You didn't give me anything. Okay. How can I host a live stream on? Okay, let's look at this. While your project is in funding period, you will be able to embed a live stream video into your project description. Additionally, you can embed a live video stream into your project's updates anytime during your project's lifecycle. However, it is important to note that project description cannot be edited after the campaign ends. Yeah, of course. To embed the video, set up the schedule. When you have a direct URL to the live stream, open up project update draft. Yep. When you finish, preview button on your project. Updates, verify. Once published, users can view the live stream in your updates or on your project page. Third-party embeds do not currently support chat. It doesn't say anything about whether it's available for mobile or not. So that's a bit of a bummer. I wish it at least said, "Hey, this feature is not supported." Hey, Jimmy, how are you doing? Okay, so let's do this, guys. Since it doesn't seem to be working, at least I'm not hearing from any of you. Oh no, it's working for me, Francisco, on the website. Don't change it. I'm going to go ahead and use the YouTube link. So let's get that. I just have to find it real quick. I imagine it's youtube.com/retrorewindpod/live. It usually just goes to it. Yep, there I am talking to you all. Okay, I'll copy that. We're going to delete this and do a different embed of this. And let's see if this works better. Okay. Save. View project. Is it just going to spit that out at me? Great. That's wonderful. You're no good to me. Maybe I need the actual link. Copy this. You're no good to me, YouTube. Twitch did better. At least it showed me a preview of the image. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Let me catch up with you guys now. Jimmy says, "Oh, Donald Duck, I must be at the wrong stream." Wait, what? You are? You're at the wrong stream. Oh no. Let's see. Ashley says, "Just an FYI, I ended up going with the Uber of Lyft as they confirm drivers more than 15 minutes in advance of pickup time and prioritize these pickups unlike." Okay, yeah, that's totally fine, Ashley. Thank you for letting me know. I haven't tried. What am I trying? No worries. Don't worry about it, Jimmy. You are doing a quack thing when I came in. I was quacking. Quack, quack, quack. That's my old man quack. If you want to hear an old man duck, they sound like this. Quack, quack, quack. Quiet in there. Get off my lawn, little quacklings. I don't know what to tell you. Right? YouTube is so mean to me. So let me try this. Let me go back into build campaign. And go into story. Story. All right, let's change this. Delete. Try the full link. See if that's any better. What does it give me for that? Still really, I'm glad I can enjoy videos, music you love, upload original content, and share it with friends. That's wonderful. I don't care about that. Save. Let's see. Maybe that'll just kick it into gear to work. Don't make the algorithm angry. Oh, right. It's very Popeye. Ugh. No. Oh, you mean like the sound? Olive oil. Sure. That's a gangster, Francisco. What are you doing? I don't know. Who knows what I'm doing? Yeah, okay. I guess we're just going to go with the Twitch because it does not seem to want to work with the YouTube. But okay. And it'll just not be a thing, I guess. Oh, you know what? Actually, let's do that. Well, I'd like it to work here. But maybe if I put in an update, then I'll actually send out to everyone that is, hey, Rushmore, that's a supporter. Hey, Francisco's live now. Why don't you come and watch? I think that's what happens. So let's do that because it might be nice for people that are like half support. Oh, there's a live stream right now. Let's go talk to this person that is making this game. So let's go back to build an update or build campaign. How are you doing, Rushmore Andy? Hello. Is it wages? So for those that don't know, Rushmore Andy is raising funds for a missionary trip to Argentina. I think I have that right, Andy. And one of the sort of pledge levels or whatever was, or if he reached a certain level, he would shave his beard, and he had a very nice beard. And now it's all gone. I'm curious, Andy, how do you feel with no, just sort of baby face again? Jimmy sound ugh. Oh, thank you. Jeez, I could not remember for the life of me what sound Popeye made. I never really cared for Popeye too much. I don't know why, it just wasn't for me. Much better than Mr. Magoo. I hate Mr. Magoo with a passion. Popeye's okay. But it wasn't really like, oh yeah, let me watch Popeye. Okay, so let's go back to, I want to try one more time, putting in the Twitch link to see if that will work. So let's delete this. And then I'm going to just do the updates, but https://retro rewind. Oh my goodness, with the typing. Retro rewind pod check. See, I like this. I like that it shows this. It shows the preview. I mean, that's nice. At least I know that that's working somewhat. Now, if I go to view project, I wonder if it might just be a Brave thing. Maybe Brave doesn't like it. It needs to be more of a Chrome thing. Play. Do it. Okay, I'm gonna just real quick pop this into Chrome and see if it works there. Let's see. Let's do this one. See if Chrome likes this any better. Go away. Play. Oh, okay. Oh, it's working. Yay! It's we're incepting a bunch, but it's working a bunch. Yeah, okay. It's working in Chrome. Okay, you know what? That's good enough for me to post an update about it. So let me get this off the main page here. Build campaign. Okay, Rushmore says, "Hey friend." Oh wait, I'm really far behind. Very Popeye. Hefe says, "Don't make the algorithm." Okay, I read that. Dale says, "And keep your eyes off my Gran Torino." What? I'm so far. I think I'm engaging with chat now from chat of like 10 minutes ago, and I've completely lost context. But I mean, this never happens to me, guys. Francisco is always very on top of things. I'm just having an off day. You know. Why would I lie to you? Don't believe his lies. Rushmore said, proud of you, man. This is great. Thank you. That's correct. Feels crazy, especially knowing I haven't been clean shaven for 17 years. Oh my gosh, that's quite the change. Jimmy says, no one is excited about Popeye. Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Angie says, really hit home when I realized that no one in my youth group is 17. Oh my gosh. So your beard was older than everyone in your youth group? Sheesh. Art says, Ren and Stimpy, yes. Oh, I didn't really care for Ren and Stimpy either, but I can see the appeal of it much more than I could see the appeal of Popeye. Hey, Beaker. We used to wait for it every week. Oh, that's cool, Jimmy. That's a cool, nice rhythm. I remember really, I couldn't wait for Quantum Leap. I would always look forward to watching Quantum Leap when it came out. I remember X-Files in its heyday. I was like that. I less so for some reason. I don't remember cartoons. I very much enjoy cartoons, but I don't remember being like, oh, what's going to happen next time? Maybe because cartoons are more episodic as opposed to serialized, whereas more of those other dramas are a bit more serialized. Let's see. Jimmy says, good enough. Dorito. Thank you. And he says, I'll shave my beard 1,000 more times before I ever eat a ghost pepper again. Oh my gosh. I don't think I saw that. Oh, that sounds miserable. Ashley says, no idea what's going on either. Yeah. Chat bankruptcy. I'm doing my best, Ashley. No, I'm almost to the top. I'm not going to declare chat bankruptcy. Beager says, hi, Retro. And Jimmy says, man, Quantum Leaf. Yes, same. Yeah. Oh, man. Dun 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 dun. Oh man. Wow. Sometimes I can just I remember clear as day these tunes. I mean, and one of them, Jason the Wheeled Warriors, is this old cartoon. And Ashley just loves it when I sing the theme song to that. She never watched it, but she is like, please, Francisco, sing that again for me. You just do it so great. And I just love hearing it. I mean, ask her. I'm sure she'll completely corroborate this. Let's see. Oh, wait, I need to fix this, Francisco, before. And then, okay, I'm at, let's see. I think Art with Jimmy is the last thing I need to say. So we're going to get rid of this. Okay. We're going to get rid of this. Delete these things. Delete. We're going to save that. Okay. Now we're going to go into, let's see. I guess that's view projects. I want to just confirm that did take. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. No problems. I also want to double check that the Tabletopia thing is fixed. It does go to just there. Perfect. And now I want to go to, no, that's an old one. I have too many of these open apparently. That's an old one. That's old one. Okay, here we go. Now I want to go to, I guess, dashboard, and I want to make an update. So these things are kind of new to me, guys. I've done this once because updates. Okay. Can I just drafts, I guess. Post an update. Okay. Just free form, I guess. Doing a live stream now where you can ask me about how the JJ Kickstarter is going. That's way too long of a title. How is the JJ Kickstarter going? Question mark. Ask me in today's live stream. That's a bit better. That's much more succinct stream. And then here is where we'll post that embed. https://twitch.tv/retro rewind pod, And I'm going to copy that because I'm going to repost it underneath. Okay, yeah, there it is. And then I'll say above this, this is just going to be a link. Go to Twitch to watch and chat. And then we'll have this be a link right there. Okay. I shouldn't just say watch and chat. I should say, because you could watch below. It's for go to Twitch to chat. Okay. Now let's preview. Yeah, for all backers, public to everyone. Yeah, everyone. Yeah. Preview. Okay, and then this is just gonna be that. How is Kickstarter going? Ask me in today's live stream. Okay. Publish. Wait, notifications will be sent to backers' inbox right away, but you will still edit this post as it appears in your project page for that. Okay, that's fine. Just publish. It's just a little thing. Okay. So now that's good. All right, let's continue on with you guys. Okay, so Jimmy had said, I lived with my auntie at the time it was on. It was one episode a week here in the UK. Yeah, I mean, that's how things used to be. Me and Ashley talk all the time about how we bemoan that this generation doesn't get the joy. I really do think it's a joy to have to like finish it. You have an episode per week. You watch it and you're like, you're gonna, I gotta make time for this. Watch it now. You sort of savor it. And then, especially if it ends in a cliffhanger. Oh, what's gonna happen next week? You have to wait a week. You actually have to wait and learn, like, just like, okay, it's okay to wait. It's okay to wait. Some, like, our kids are so much like, I just want it now. It's like, and that's hard because so much is just available instantly that you lose a lot of delayed gratification. Okay. Okay, so Ashley says, but it's been some time since you've declared chat bankruptcy. Do it for old time's sake. No, Ashley, never will do that. Yeah, don't believe his lies is right, Ashley. Yura says, new segment, Calculus sings TV themes. Oh, man. Do you want to sing Calculus? Oh, yeah, I'd love to do that. Oh, okay. Let's do that. You guys name, I mean, it has to be a theme I know, but if you guys would like to do a theme, I can... Calculus will sing it for you. Oh yeah, I will. Hi everyone. Oh, Francisco, what's this thing? I'm doing a Kickstarter Calculus for the game I've been working on, Junkyard Juggernauts. That sounds amazing. Oh my goodness. How do I go and back it? Wait, do you back Kickstarters? Oh yeah, I'm a super backer. You are? Yeah, I make all those projects move. You weren't having me in camera very well, Francisco. I'm trying, okay? It's a limited space. Oh, yeah. Complain. Well, you want for me? You to do better. Mm-hmm. Ashley says do better sometimes, too. I think her and I agree on that. Right, Ashley? Anyway, they wanted to hear you sing a theme song to TV shows. Well, if I know it, I can give it a shot. Let's see. Dale says Lost in Space Season 3. Lost in Space. It is lost in space. Is that how that goes? I don't know. Oh, wait. I feel like
my name ain't Roy.
They called you Roy. I kind of remember. Oh, look. It's Tom Selleck. Yes, I only barely remember the Lost in theme song and not enough to sing it, so I can't do that. Yes, I hoof it. Let's see. Ashley says releasing everything at once is detrimental to society. Agreed, Ashley. Agreed. Ashley's laughing. Rosie, hello. Hey, y'all. Oh, hey, Kagas. Hi, Rosie. How are you doing? Fa says don't beef with the Cowroy. Oh man, they really like calling you Roy. Yeah, they do. Okay. Let's see. Okay, well, I'm gonna put you down because I have to do stuff, Calculus, but if they request a song, I'll bring it back up. Okay. I'll be right over here, guys. Waiting in the wings. Lost in Space was somewhat serialized until season 3. Oh, is that what you meant? I thought you were wanting the show. So after that, they became episodic, Dale? I'm doing good, Rosie. Just working on this Kickstarter for Junkyard Juggernauts. I heard a little birdie tell me that Geek Devotions will be probably making a review of this. They might even be playing right now as we speak. So hopefully be on the lookout for that. So we did our updates. We have the live stream going on there. We connected the game from we connected the Kickstarter link to Tabletopia, so now people can just go right to the Tabletopia page. Now something I want to do is actually work on the and again, guys, you're free to ask me any questions you have about. I don't know if any of you have done a Kickstarter yourselves. If you have, then you'd probably be able to teach me. But if you have any curiosities about what doing a Kickstarter is like, what my thoughts are on how I'm feeling, ask about me. Tell me more about me. No, feel free to ask, or just do the general let's troll Francisco bit. That's always fun. Let me close these rooms. There's no reason for them to be open. Yes, finish the game. I'm sure I won. Okay. Cool. By the way, Rosie, I've noticed on Facebook you've been posting these images. Are those AI generated? Or are you actually getting like really good photos of you in different places? And if you don't want to say, that's fine. But Ashley says, you know who's not playing it? Me, at least until next week. Yeah. So next Sunday, Ashley will be playing Junkyard Juggernauts for the first time. We're planning to have her play with me, Dustin Warford, who has yet to be beaten. Maybe Ashley will be the one to take down Dustin, and Brian Scott, who's a local friend of mine. So we're going to be playing Ashley's first time in the Junkyard. So definitely come out for that. It should be a fun time, and yeah, so that'll be very cool. So Ashley gave me this whole spiel, and I'm going to keep talking while I grab the instruction manual because my notes are in there. So hold on. Okay. Ashley said, Francisco, I'm not going to play your game, because she's not really a board gamer at all to begin with. But she gives me so much support in so many ways. It's really beautiful and wonderful. But she said, I'm not going to play the game, Francisco, until it's on Kickstarter. Well, the chickens have come home to roost. The little box have come home to roost. So she is begrudgingly going to play it. I don't know if it's begrudgingly, but that'll be next week.
My name ain't Roy.
Careful, you're almost to Smotron levels, guys. Hefe says, I have to get ready for Sunday evening service at church. Missed this morning due to allergies. Oh, no, okay. Lord God, please may Hefe have a good Sunday evening service at his church. Thank you for churches that do have both morning and evening services for people that either have work schedule conflicts or what have you, that he's able to go and be with your people and be part of the body at his local church. I pray protection and provision over him, and I look forward to next time we can hang out and stream together. Amen. And if you have friends that are board gamers, Hefe, please send them to Junkyard Juggernauts on Kickstarter to have a look, just see if it'd be something that's for them. That'd be so helpful. Try and get the word out. Dale says, I hope Calculus don't have to go to a Kickstarter office with you. That'd be hilarious. Rosie says, yeah, they're AI. They were just for... Okay, I thought so, but I was just curious. Calculus, how about Fraggle Rock? Okay, well, he doesn't know the words. I could hum the music, but I don't know the words. Something, 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 something. Here a Fraggle Rock. Here a Fraggle Rock. Da 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 da. Here Fraggle Rock. Here Fraggle Rock. Here Fraggle Rock. I'm done. Okay, that was impeccable, Calculus. I just says, be ready, Roy. Name it, Roy. I'll be taking out the trash from the. Well, but we're in the junkyard. So when you're in a junkyard, where do you take the trash out to? You're already there. Okay. So we are going to launch the program for working on the rulebook. So just a couple edits. So I played with my son. Let's see, Friday, Saturday. We like evening of Friday while we were waiting to go.
My name ain't Roy.
Works. And I noticed some things. It's like, I remember I used to have this in here, but I don't have this in here anymore. So I needed to add some clarity. There's also some things that shouldn't have been in the rule. I mean, they're not in the rule book, and there's a reason for it. Because so my son doesn't like to play competitive too much. So he didn't like the prospect of becoming the warlord. So usually when I've played with him, when I will play with him, we'll do a somewhat, I'd say a very easy variant of the game where you have 2 players versus a game-controlled warlord. Usually you only can play versus game-controlled warlord when it's 1 player. But we did 2-player versus a game-controlled warlord. And we won. But but some of the rules don't work for. Aha! I am Smotron now. And you will kneel before me. Dale says, I guess it was easy to sign up for Kickstarter. I guess it was easy to sign up for Kickstarter. Oh, are you asking me if I could, how easy it was for me to? Yes, it was, I'd say it was pretty easy to sign up for Kickstarter. Wouldn't you like to know? Not the robot. Yes, it is Smotron, and I will destroy all of you. No tickling my nose hairs, by the way. But yes, signing up for Kickstarter was fairly simple. And once you've made an account, you can, I think anyone can make a project. You do have to jump through a ton of hoops. You have to have your page ready. At least they say you're supposed to. Oh, look, it's me. You have to give them payment information where they're going to send you money. You have to do lots and lots of things, and then they have to review it. The funny thing was, here I was thinking, okay, I have to have all these things in place, and the review process is going to take like 3 days. And I was under the gun. I'm like, okay, I gotta get to this point so I can so I can have them review it and still have time to send reviewers the link and whatnot. And guess how long it took for Kickstarter to get back to me and say, you are approved. It wasn't 3 days. It wasn't 2 days. It was like 30 seconds. I'm like, oh, you made me think I was going to go through this arduous process, Kickstarter, to just have it be 30 seconds. Oh, you're approved. So either that means I am great at making the Kickstarter page, or they have a lot of automation going on that doesn't really review very much. I'll just hope for the former. Yes. Okay. So let's bring up the rules. And we want to go, oh good, we're in combat setups. Fantastic. So what we are going to work on right now is in this area for NPC attacker turn. I need to say something that, especially when 2 or more people are at a junk golem, how does the junk golem know who to attack when it's their turn? If there is someone to target, like, the beast lunge. Well, you wouldn't have a beast with 2 people, but the junk golem certainly. So we don't. It says NPC takes action selection matching a warlord power multiplier. So if warlord power multiplier is at 1, they will do this renew. If it's at 2, they'll do a focus charge. If it's at 3, a beast will lunge, a junk golem will do their special, and a warlord will barrage attack. However, and then if none of those, the beast / junk golem will total attack. The warlord will vampire clutch. But what if there's 2 that are attacking it? Who does it choose? So we're going to say it's up here. NPC takes action selection matching warlord power multiplier. Then each subsequent action NPC does next selection is sequence. And then I want to say something to the effect of if action, and we have to have the little action arrow. If action arrow. So Beaker, Moosepin, and Womp only work for people that support the Firejoy Studios. that will give you bonus content from Retro Realm Podcast. That'll give you the little moo spin and stuffed toys in the streams. So that is $5 a month. Yes, like that. $5 a month, and you'll have access to those things. So as far as what sort of bonus content you can expect from the podcast, you get something called spiritual speculations most of the time. We will occasionally do different little games instead, but spiritual speculation, where we talk about the spiritual themes that we found in the movies or the games that we cover on the podcast, and we just discuss that for bonus content. We also have some watch-along commentaries for the movies Clue, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, and I believe there's one more, which I'm not remembering right now. But yes, bonus content like that. And you also get to vote, have your say, a vote on the final rating. That's another perk of being a reflux capacitor. Excuse me. All right. What was I doing here? 7. Oh yes, I was adding to this. If action targets a player. Let's see. If action targets a player, how do I say this? I want it to be the player that last took an action. When it targets a player, it is player who last took an action. Okay. If action, I'll make this a little more clear. If NPC action, and I don't want this on another line. Do not do that to me. Because it makes everything. Well, actually, is that fine? Is there an issue with that? Oh, I have plenty of space down here. No, that's fine. Oh, here I am thinking, oh no, I've hit the limit. This line down here is the limit. Oh my goodness, that's a big moose spin.
Of the Wheel of Morality. Wheel of Morality 012. Tell us a lesson that'll make us moo. Moral number 114. This moral comes from Marty. If you put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything. Unless you have the mad cow. Oh, that got dark. Like chocolate milk. Bye, guys.
Yes, goodbye, calculus. Let's see. Arthur Jimmy says, this is cool, thank you. Dale says, action Arrow. Arrow had action, but I tapped out at the show halfway through this 4th season. I never watched Arrow. The only WB/CW superhero show I watched was Smallville. And that was only up until like season 3, maybe the beginning of season 4. Forget exactly. I never went back and finished more of it. I also remember liking the first season of Roswell pretty well, but I didn't watch much past that. I'm trying to think of any other WB shows that I really got into. Buffy the Vampire Slayer I enjoyed quite a bit. I never finished its run, but I enjoyed that one. Yes, I don't remember any others, but there probably were, I just don't remember them. Okay, so NPC action. NPC takes action selection matching or power multiplier. Each subsequent action NPC does next selection in sequence. If NPC, so I can make this a little bit more verbose since I have the space here. If NPC's action targets the player, it targets the player who last took their own, who last took an action. So if you have 2 players, the last one of the 2 that took an action, that's who this NPC is targeting. Roz the show well? Exactly. Roz the show well. Roz the show well. Yeah, Arrow's Oliver something, right? That's his name. I forget. something like that. Okay, so that one is done. We can save those changes. I think that's fine. Now there was one more place that I know needed to be updated. See if I can find it. I'm going through. Oh yes. So I have this one spot in the locations for Seneschal. So when Seneschal is opened, you've gotten rid of all the gates. Then it says, with the gate tokens all removed, do one or both options below. City center, take a meet the locals map action for cities or villages. There's no meet the locals action for villages. Essentially, that's like patrolling the bounds and whatnot. So, really with the rip? No, I did not die, Ashley. How dare you do that to me? No ripping here. Rosmin was? What? Rosmin was. Roz the show well. Roz was the show well? I'm confused. Roz was? Oh, like they sound similar? Oh, okay. Was the show well? Sure. We'll say yes. A definitive yes. Let's see. So city center, take the meet the locals map action for cities, for a city. Because villages doesn't really make sense. So it should say something like, take the meet the locals map action, take the same meet the locals map action you would for a city. I could just say city center. Because if I said that you would take for the city, it'd be too long. City center. I could just say same meet the locals map action that you take for cities. It should really be free cities though. So let's see. Free cities. Same. Oh no, the music has stopped. We cannot have that. Let's go back. Make sure it continues. Yes, we are still watching. Okay. So Daly's trying to help me understand. Roswell. Roz/was the show well. Is that your way of saying, did I enjoy it, Dale? Yes, I remember it. I remember liking the first season. Retro, stop being a robot. I will, once you guys complete the rage meter, I will stop being a robot. Anyone can do, by the way, anyone can do the rip command, the, and other commands that will get my goat. Goad? The fight command is not one of them. I like the fight command. I think it looks cool. No, you're like, Roy is one of them, and I'll say Roy is one of them, and Rip is one of them. There are others that I will not say, so you don't spam, but you each have an opportunity to do one, because each person, it's, there's a 2-minute cooldown.
My name ain't Roy.
There you go. So it's actually one more. I know the rate, it's off. The scale is off. You technically need, I think, one more, and then that should do it. So Ashley just said, Roy Lord! There's no Roy Lord, Ashley. And so now if B. Greer or someone else does Roy or Retro or Rip or Dale, someone who hasn't done it for 2 minutes does it, it should be done. Okay, good. Apparently there needs to be 11 rage comments. So I really need to fix the meter because it does not scale correctly. Aha, you fools! You think you've seen the last of me, but you have not. Yes, that would have been it, Ashley, except you're within your 2-minute limit. Dale was to do what? So, Dale, if you do a rip, exclamation point rip, or Roy, that should finish off the Smotron.
Oh man, here it comes. It's gonna come from my head. It's like backslapping me. Ow. Guys, why are you trying to hit my head so much with all those womp cars? Sheesh. What did I ever do to you? What did I ever do to you? Anyway. Yeah, I'm glad. Yes, I'm glad you're glad. I'm glad you're glad I'm back, Beaker. So let me get my Bean Boozled beans here. Okay. No. I think my kids have taken all the blue ones. Yeah, there's no blue ones left. So now I just have to hope. Whatever it is good. Here we go. The brown one. Oh gosh, I think I had this one last time and it was like not good. No, I had the yellow one last and I wasn't sure what the heck it was. It's like that yellow cake uranium or something that I thought it was. It tastes like burning radiation burning. Okay, I forget what this one is. Let's see. Time to buy new beans. Yeah. I think this is liver and onions. Ugh. Why? Ugh. Ugh. I don't like it. Ugh. Okay, just dissolve already in my mouth, please. Ugh. Okay. Dale says, for a moment, I thought Smotron was like Mum Ra. Ever living. Yeah, exactly. Well, now he takes longer to get through. Or every time you guys do a completed rage meter, it essentially it doesn't double the. I mean, the first time it does double, but it's essentially like each time it's like one. It's like 2x times 3x. The number of comments it takes to fill the rage meter is 2x, then 3x, then 4x. I'm not sure if that's it's linear. It grows linearly. Ashley says, expect some beans soon. Oh my gosh. Dale says, was the blue castor oil? No, the blue was either blueberry, which is very good, or it's a toothpaste, which is fine. I don't mind toothpaste at all. Maybe some people get wigged out by that taste, but I don't. Beans will probably be there before I'm back. Oh my gosh. And please, Ashley, be on the lookout on Monday, tomorrow, and especially Tuesday for this thing I sent to you. And if not, or if it's Tuesday, you're heading to the airport and you haven't got anything, please have your mom look out for it and send it back to us. Or let her know that someone's coming. Okay, and I think we're caught up. Okay, so I just finished this to say City Center, same Meet the Locals map action, taken for free cities. Oh, actually, I could say this even better. I should say take free cities. Take the, do I call it freed cities or free cities? Let's see. Freed. Okay. Meet the locals of a freed city. Okay. Take the freed cities. Meet the locals map action. Take the freed cities, meet the locals map action. And let's just refer to this page so people can be like, oh, what was that again? Page 15. Okay. That's better. Page 15. There we go. And I do want to flip these so that this one comes first. X. Go away. Ah, no. What happened? Okay, there we go. Because free cleanse is really the thing that is more important there, that you can convert your corruption to potions for free. It doesn't hurt you. Okay. Let's see. Dale says, "Are you rewriting the rules?" Oh, I am making small corrections that don't really change anything in terms of overall gameplay. They're just I'm adding clarity to it, because as you play a game over and over and over again, especially if it's your game, you can sometimes gloss over things that's like, oh yeah, you just do that, and it's like, well, how do you know that if you're not the creator? So I'm trying to look for things like that. And so in playing with my son the other day, I found a couple things like that. So that's what I was doing. There is one last big thing. Hey, Cool Deluxe. There's one last big thing that I want to do that's going to go on this page. And that's, and this is a failing of my own. I really want to write a sort of poem that goes on this page that has the map, like just below it. And it's essentially about Galmany's creation, the great evil, all that. And I have a part of it, but it's not anything like where I'd want it to be. I'll share it with you guys just so you are aware of what I have so far. At least I think I hope I still have it somewhere. But how are you doing today, Cool Deluxe? Hopefully you're doing well. Okay, let's see if I can find it here. Not that. Nope. I'm doing good. Oh, good. Of course. Thank you. And thank you. I should say thank you. Let's see. Who's here that has supported the Kickstarter in some way? Thank you so much. Cool Deluxe. Ashley. Let's see. I know I hate, this is one thing I don't like about social chat, which I appreciate for being able to have all the chat over here, and also I can see like YouTube, Rumble, all that together, but I can't scroll too far back, unfortunately. Cool Deluxe says hey to Dale. Ashley says hey to Cool Deluxe. So let's see. I'm trying to remember who was here earlier. There's Andy. Yeah, I can't remember anyone else, unfortunately. But if you've supported the Kickstarter in any way, whether you've pledged a little bit, you've shared the Kickstarter, you've backed to get one of the games, thank you so much. Okay, I was looking for this poem. No, that's not it. Where are you? Okay, here we go. I found it. And please, I mean, I guess you could laugh if you want to, but this is me trying to have, I forget what sort of a rhythm I had. I was trying to I did this semi deep dive into like poetry and meter and all of that a few months ago, because I wanted to write something like this, but I just never came back because it's like, it is a lot harder than I was expecting. But here's what I have so far. Let's see. There was a time in Galmany when peace was o'er the land, where king and queen ruled fearlessly because of old Othu, whose blessed old name from the four spirits came, cardinal makers of fowl and beast, land and sea, yet not man. But eyes of jade turned black in proud corruption, doubly dark you were cast out to sea. That sea frozen over in decay, where confusion waylays good in the swamp of frostbite. See, this doesn't rhyme at all. There's no, so I am embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. It's bad. It's bad. I did notice though, there's a here's why I'd like it to sound like. I'll give you guys an example of what I would love for it to sound like. So give me a second. Actually, yeah, let me do this off camera just to get there. And I think I can use this as a model. But oh gosh, I feel that's so. You guys are probably like, "What's the big deal, Francisco?" It's just because I don't. Oh my gosh, I just realized something. Okay, so my son, bless him, so is making his own board games now. I say bless him because he's like, I think he wants to do stuff that the same type of thing I'm doing. So he's making his own games, little card games, and I actually have fun playing them. So not that they're bad or anything. It's just I have fun playing with them. And I taught him how to use this online software that allows you to essentially templatize your cards, so you don't have to like redraw it every time. And he caught on to it pretty well. But now he thinks that if he makes a change, he has to print out all the cards and stuff, and it just goes through all our paper. And I'm like, buddy, just like write over something, scratch out. It's like, no, it has to look good. It needs to look good. I don't want it to look bad. I'm like, but that's okay when you're just playtesting early on. This isn't fine. No, it has to look good. So it's just like, now I'm experiencing the same thing where it's hard for me to share this thing that's very unfinished because it's not there. It's not for you to see yet. So here I was saying, hey, it's okay. It's okay. No one's expecting this to be finished. And I would say this game is way further along, but this game is not a poem. I'm not kickstarting a poem. So I don't think anyone should expect the poem, this one aspect that may not make it, to be there. But it's just funny that I realized I could be taking some of my own advice. All right. Dale says, only by prayer, praying you'll make your goal. And Dale, I cherish that so much. I've asked lots of people at church to just be in prayer over this. So I thank you so much. And thank you for calling out that is a type of support that I greatly, greatly need. She says, we can work together to make it have more of a scheme. Yeah, and I'll share what scheme I'm thinking of here in a second. Dale says, roses are red, violets are blue. For the right amount of money, Junkyard Juggernauts could be for you. Done. I just put that right here. Oh my goodness. Can you repay me with eating more beans? Oh my word, Ashley. Sure. Then we can buy his own paper if that can be used. Yeah, exactly. And I told him as much. And he actually looked up how much ink was for our printer. He's like, it's that much? I'm like, yeah. So I think he got a sense of like, oh yeah, it's a paper. All things considered, paper's not too bad, but the ink is okay. So I was gonna give an example of what I'm sort of going for. By the way, if you're just joining, Junkyard Juggernauts is now available on Tabletopia, publicly available. You don't have to have me send you a link. You just go to tabletopia.com, search for Junkyard, really, but if you want to type in Junkyard Juggernauts, that's fine. And you can play it whenever you like. You can play solo, you can play with other people, invite them to a game, wherever you like. And if you plan on streaming it, please let me know. I would love to promote that and also be available if I can to answer questions. Okay, so I need to go to my Kindle, Amazon. How do I do this? Kindle content library. Books. I want Wing Feather Saga. I'll be able to find this really quick because I know it's right at the front of the book. Okay, here we go. Read now. Okay, get past all this. Okay. Yep. Okay, here we go. Ah! Windows being mean to me, guys. All right, so please have grace with me, Andrew Peterson. So I want this type of rhythm, guys. Low beyond the river blap, the carriage comes, the carriage black, by shadowed steed with shadowed tack, and shadowed driver driving. So it's like three rhymes essentially, and then a refrain, a coda. I don't know. We'll say coda because I'm not getting the terms right. But three rhymes, coda. But then the codas rhyme. So, child, pray the Maker let you sleep when comes the carriage down your street, lest all your dreams be dreams of teeth and carriages arriving to rest you from your birth and bower in deepest night and darkest hour, across the sea to frozen tower, where Nag the Nameless pounds you. So the first two codas rhyme. Now the next two codas rhyme, and it's the same word, you, but and then it ends with the last three are all you. So I'm just looking for that sort of that I think I'm just gonna really just rip that same rhythm. I mean, it's not gonna be that same words, obviously, because this is about Black Carriage and Wing Feather Saga, which definitely go if you have Angel Studios subscription. I would say Wing Feather Saga is well worth your time. Some people I know, like Paul, Ashley, don't really care for the animation style, but the story is really beautiful, and you can read the book too. So. Ashley says a level of realization strikes the elementary age child. Yeah, exactly, Ashley. Cool Deluxe says, Ashley, I read your last comment in the Baldur's Gate 3 narrator voice. What does that sound like? I'll have to look that up. Cool Deluxe. I'm not sure. Now I'm very curious. Let's see. I'm just gonna do this. YouTube, Baldur's Gate 3 narrator. Let's listen. And Cool Deluxe, if you have a specific one to, I'm seeing outtakes. I don't want really outtakes though. Voice plays. Okay, that's not really it. Okay. Soundtrack. Because I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3, so I don't know what's like correct and what's not. Yeah, if you have the capacity, Cool Deluxe, will you send me a link on Telegram and I'll put it up because I'm curious, but I don't know what's correct and what's not. Yeah, thank you. Is Kickstarter for the board game version? Yes, exactly, Dale. That's exactly what the Kickstarter is for the board game. I don't have a this one on Tabletopia is free. You can just go play it. You don't need it. You don't even have to make an account. I think you can play without an account, but only the solo version. If you want to play multiplayer, you do have to make an account, but the accounts are free. I mean, you can pay for it to get some extra features, but Ashley says, I have no context for Baldur's Gate 3 narrator voice either. I do know of the franchise though. Yeah, exactly. One moment. Thank you, Cool Deluxe. All right, so we're back to so let's take the first part. We're just gonna work on this for. I'm not gonna be straight. I mean, unless you guys start like pouring in your questions or what have you, I'll probably just work on this until I'm like I can't stretch my brain anymore about this, or until like there's no chat and it's like, wow, obviously everyone was bored to tears with watching Francisco make a poem, and that's fine. Okay, let's do new. Okay, and we're gonna start with the first. Where'd it go? All these notes. Okay, we'll start with this first part. Okay. So there was a time in Galmany. So the overall, just so you guys know, the overall story for the creation is it's almost like I'm trying to mirror Genesis in a bit, where there's two creation stories happening. There's the and it's not really creation, because we're coming in at the scene. We're coming in with like a king and queen ruling over Galmany. Is it the king and queen that disappeared? Is it a previous king and queen? We don't really know. I don't really know. I haven't really thought that much about it. But let's see here. Okay. But there's a king and queen ruled over, and I'm trying to get across the making of the four beasts, the making of this evil that was there, and how essentially I think ultimately I want to end with how the warlord is ready to strike. I think that's where I'm going. So let me put that at the end, so I know that's the target I'm aiming for. The warlord is ready to strike. Okay, so let me think about this. Let me think about go back to this, this. Oh wait, did I close it? Why did I do that? That was silly of me. Read now. Okay, here we go. Low beyond the river blab. Low beyond. And now I totally forgotten there's the stresses that give you sort of the meter and whatnot, and now I've totally lost it. So low beyond low. That's stressed. Beyond. So there's two stresses. There's a stress, then a stress, then a rest, stress, rest, stress. So maybe I just need to find, maybe I just write one line, and that's the rhythm I have. So what's something that's nice? There was a time in Galmany. I think that's kind of nice. There was a time in Galmany when peace was o'er the land. I like that, but I want it to rhyme with Galmany. And maybe that's too many. There was a time in Galmany. Actually, that's not too bad. I feel like that's fine. There was a time in Galmany, and so I want something about peace over the land. When peace was had by many. The land and peoples where peoples in the land made merry. When all peoples of the land made merry. There was a time in Galmany when all peoples of the land made merry. I feel like that's too many. Was a time in Galmany when all peoples... Do I need to say when? All peoples... Yeah, I'm trying to remember what's my... And if I want to do the same like structure of rest, stressed, and I think it's not stress and rest. It's stressed and something else. Stress and unstressed. That's what it's called. Then, forgive me, my Ryan. Did Kickstarter take an amount of time to decide? No, Dale. I appreciate these questions. Did Kickstarter take an amount of time to decide whether to let you proceed the new process? Which new process? I am not sure which process you're talking about. If it didn't take long for them to process my request to put up once I had, well, here, I'll go into a little bit. So if you go to when you say you want to start a new campaign, I can't do it now because you can only have one campaign at a time on Kickstarter. But all these check marks, basics, rewards, story, people, payment, project review, promotion, those are all unchecked. So you go through each one. You go through basics. You fill out the title, the subtitle, what categories it's in, location, your image. If you have a video, you put that in. All these types of things. Do I have captions? Oh, I could track added. Did I add one? Because I remember add captions, yes. English. Oh, okay, it has an English one. All right, that's just for another one. Your funding goal, all that stuff. And then you do same for rewards. You fill all this stuff in. You do the same for a story, which we were doing before. You fill all this stuff in. And it's going to look different for each person, what these are. People, if you're collaborating with people to work on the Kickstarter, you give them that payment information. And then once you've done all of that, then you say, Kickstarter, I'm ready. I want to please, at that point you say, okay, I'm ready. Please review this. And so if we go back to project overview, there'll be like a button here, project review, that you can click once you've finished the check marks all there. And then that's the thing where it only took like 30 seconds. Hey, Fuzzy Pickles, welcome. How are you doing? Welcome. Thank you for, it was cool getting to raid you the other day. But how are you doing? Hey there, glad I could catch you live. Yeah, this is very much not a typical stream we do. As you probably could tell from the title, I'm just like, I'm working on the Kickstarter. We're already live on Kickstarter, but if you have a question, if you've ever been curious about what it's like to run a Kickstarter, if you've never done one, I'm doing questions for that. And also I was working on some updates for the instruction manual for Junkyard Juggernauts, the board game that I'm kickstarting. And I did those. Now I'm working on this last piece, which is, bring it up again, on this one page in the rule book where there's the map of essentially the game board without a bunch of labels. I mean, there are labels, but without a bunch of the game mechanic stuff on it. I want to have a poem about sort of the essentially where we are now in the story and how we get to the point where the warlord's about to strike. So that's what we're working on. Okay, you sent me the video. Thank you. Cool Deluxe. We're going to watch a little video of the narrator of Baldur's Gate 3 right now so that we know what it looks like what she sounds like, to then go back and chat and hear Ashley, my beautiful wife, say these lines, or think of this voice as you hear the line. So let's hear this.
You drink and drink and drink until, without even a whimper, it's all over. Yet the tadpole is in the dark too. Dozens of them crawling towards you as the mind flare held your skull in its psionic grip.
I hate it when it's held in my psionic grip. Jeez. Okay. So it's very like lilty British speak. Okay. And so what Ashley had said a while ago that brought that on was Ashley had said, a level of realization strikes the elementary age child. Because we were talking about my son realizing, oh, printer ink's expensive. I can't just print a bunch unless I'm prepared to buy it myself. So that was funny. Anyway, so thank you so much, Cool Deluxe, for searching that up, finding that for me, so I was not just like playing something that wasn't at all the right thing. Let's see. Ashley says hi to Fuzzy Pickles. Fuzzy Pickles says hi. Cool Deluxe says, yeah, thank you again, Cool Deluxe. Ashley says, what made you decide to launch on Kickstarter versus another platform? That is a great question. Let me catch up with chat, then I'll answer that, Ashley. Cool Deluxe says, but I don't think it really gets the point across. Skip ahead to, 1 minute. Okay. Well, no, I think I got it. No, that's plenty. It's just this like, la, 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 la. And I could totally, Ashley does great. She has a great Russian accent, but she also has a good British accent. She could probably Ashley, if you want to record what you just said in your British accent, send me on Telegram. I'll play it for everyone. If you have, unless you feel embarrassed by that, but I'm sure you could match that, what I just played, and be pretty close. And just say the whole thing about the child realizes the realization strikes the elementary age child. Yeah, it was close. Okay, cool. All right. So Ashley, to answer your question about what made me decide to launch a Kickstarter. So there's several platforms these days for launching. Plays the Not Today card. No, Not Today is spelled with an N-A-U-T, as in Juggernaut. Sort of like a little pun, but fine. Not Today. Apparently you had the 10-5 card. No one knew it. I was playing with my friend Brian, and he ended up being the warlord. And like, I didn't have a chance because I didn't know this. He had 2 Not Today cards just in his hand waiting. And so he just like trounced me, but that's fine. No, so Ashley is not going to be recording her saying that, but believe you me, she could do it. But the current platforms to Kickstart on are Kickstarter, obviously. There's another one called Backer Kit. And then another one that I know of, at least, there may be more than this, but these are the big 3, called GameFound. GameFound is very focused on just board games and card games. Usually heavier ones, like ones with like lots of minis. Think like Oathbound. I forget which one it is. But just lots of different. If you like games with lots of minis, like that you can paint and stuff, you're probably gonna find lots of those on GameFound. Backer Kit is another platform that both GameFound and Backer Kit used to be these things called pledge managers, which you do the Kickstarter and then use these services to manage all the pledges you have, like who gets what, making sure things get to the right places. And both Backer Kit and I want to keep saying GoFundMe, but that's not it. Backer Kit and GameFound were pledge managers for Kickstarter, but now they've have their own mechanisms for backing projects. And I probably, if I hadn't had an experience, if I hadn't sort of secondhand lived through the experience of someone else that I supported their game on Backer Kit and was able to just hear sort of their debriefs about their experience with it, I may have very well gone with Backer Kit, because apparently they do a lot of internal promotion of your projects and what have you, and help you try to get the word out. But for whatever reason, I think it's just because of the market share that Kickstarter has. That they have so much more market share. GameFound's chipping away at them. GameFound seems to be catching up, but Kickstarter just has so many more people with eyeballs on their site than the other two that it just made more sense from a organic marketing perspective to just be on GameFound. Yes, I'm a small fish, but I feel like honestly I'd be a small fish on those other platforms. So just with the law of averages, not that's really a law, but I feel like I have a better chance of being seen on Kickstarter. Something else, and I recently chatted with I saw another game, and let me restart the music. There's another game that recently, this isn't even Harris Heller, I'm sorry, whatever place that is. Excuse me. There's another, and let's go to the top of this list and just replay this. There's another game that recently lost called like Commanders and Conquests. It's a pixel art board game. So I was like, oh man, hey D Tungsten, fantasy set game with pixel art. I'm like, geez, not only is that there's one out there already for that funded, but then there's also this other one called Necromancer, which is like make a robot with cards, a game that also funded that's out. It's like everyone's eating Junkyard Juggernauts lunch. So but I was gonna say I have God on my side. I have no idea if these people are believers or not, and it's not really about whether I pray God does want this Kickstarter to succeed, But as I've said here, as I've said to Ashley, other people that ask, it's more about who God is forming me to be through this process of making this game. Because at the end of the day, when we're at eternity's doorstep, all the Junkyard Juggernauts, the podcast, everything we make, everything we do is going to be on the scrap heap. It's going to be in the rust pile. It's going to be eaten by moths. The only things that are going to continue into eternity are us and are the relationships we've formed with one another. And of course our relationship with God. But so who am I going to be when I'm there? And I think the things that we do make matter in that they can help connect us with other people. They can help, and God can use them to form us to be more like his son. So anyway, where was I going with that? I got way off. So backer kit. That's why I didn't do backer kit. Game found, I felt like the game Junkyard Juggernauts wasn't a big enough game and didn't have a big enough repertoire of being Francisco or Firejoy Studios being known enough name to make a splash in game found. So that's why I ultimately went with Kickstarter. Great question, Ashley. Cool Alex says, but I don't think it really gets. Oh, I read all that. Okay. Ashley says plays. Okay, I read that. LOL. From Cool Alex. D Tungsten says you're correct about the more eyes on Kickstarter. Yeah. Ashley says there's also Indiegogo. I feel like that's more of a Patreon competitor, but I could be wrong. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is a Kickstarter competitor. No, actually, I think it is more of a Kickstarter competitor. And I honestly didn't look that much into Indiegogo. But I think you're just running the same issue where you don't have nearly as many eyes on it. And also, I know a lot of people that are already on Kickstarter. And once you're already on a platform, your credit card's already on there. It's a lot easier to just buy things. Once you're already in there, you don't have to set up a new account. The barrier to entry is a lot less for a lot more people. So that's another reason. What you sent via mail arrived. Oh, it did? It did. Wait, they deliver on Sundays? The mail delivers on Sundays? Okay, that's interesting. Right, you'll learn stuff. I will, D Tungsten? Okay. You can do backer kit in conjunction with Kickstarter. Oh, okay. That's how I'm usually seeing it used, though you can do campaign on backer. Yeah. Using backer kit as a pledge manager. I'm probably going to use Hive as a pledge manager. I just hear consistently good things about Hive. But yeah, I know backer kit is available. Yesterday, since no one checked the mail. Oh, okay. I'm glad it got there. Yay. Yay. Okay, so let's go back to the poem writing. I know the thing that's very fascinating about this stream. And again, if you guys have questions, by all means reach out. And thank you, D Tungsten, for being someone who has supported the Kickstarter with in some way. Trying to say my thank yous to all the people who have. They deliver for Amazon on Sundays. Yeah, that's true, but this was actual mail. Okay, there was a time in Galmany when all peoples of the land made merry. Yeah, made merry is a little tough to say. It doesn't flow. When were merry, when all peoples of the land, when all its peoples made merry. I think that would work a bit better. Delete. When all its peoples made merry. Ow! Jeez Louise. My foot caught on the cord of my headphones. There was a time in Galmany when all its peoples made merry. Do I want a third line? Yeah. No, this actually makes sense because then I could say this next part where king and queen ruled fearlessly, and I don't need to say where. Merry, period. There was a time in Galmany when all his peoples made merry, with king and queen ruling fearlessly. Galmany, merry, fearlessly. I mean, they all end in E, but they're not really good rhymes. Galmany and Mary kind of work. I'd like something that rhymes with Mary better. Or if there's something that ends in the N-I, the knee, that means the same as Mary. Knee. I don't think I'm going to find much in my head unless you guys are like walking rhyme dictionaries. D-Tung says, I have a question. What inspired you to make a game? Oh man. Okay, so first off, I will say I go into that whole, I'm going to give you I'm going to give you the 30-second elevator pitch, but I implore you to go to, let's see if I can find it. youtube.com/geeks. I'm not struggling to type. Geeks plus tabletop? Of course not. Of course that doesn't work. Geeks plus tabletop. Okay. I typed that exact thing in. Jeez. Oh, Geeks plus... Yeah, I typed this in. Okay, anyway. Whoop. Okay, so go to Geeks Plus Tabletop on YouTube. Apparently you have to search for Geeks Plus Tabletop. There's Geeks Plus, there's lots of Geeks Plus Gaming, etc. There's more than just that. But the tabletop one is run by a friend of mine, Space. Yeah, I mean, we're online friends. A friend of mine, Space Hawk, and he actually interviewed me about Junkyard Juggernauts, my process, or how it came about. Okay, I'm not gonna play it, but how it came about, all that. So if you want the 41-minute version with all the ins and outs, head over to this this link or this link, this video. The 30-second version is, let's see if I can do this. Back in like 2022, was it? Okay, well, I'll show this because I didn't get to show this in the video. I showed Paul this, but let's see if I can show you guys. Back in 2022, no, then it won't be a 30-second. Okay. As some of you know, I was trying to make a Game Boy game, just having fun making a Game Boy game. And an idea came into my mind because I saw this one video about a board game about making a monster with all these tiles. It inspired me, oh, what if I could make in my video game, you can put together your own mech, like Mech Warrior, from all these pieces you find. That'd be fun. Let me do that. And then I made a pixel art of what that might look like the bodies with the different pieces. And then it just sort of sat there. I didn't do anything with it. It never went anywhere. I was just like, I think other things like podcasts and whatever just got in the way. So I just it's just there and is in the back of my mind, just there. Not really thinking about it. Then I go to this board game weekend with guys from my church small group, and I play this one game. It's a solo game. It's over the weekend, so Saturday morning I wake up, see what games there are. I play this solo game called Regicide, which won the Board Game Geek a competition where make a game just from a deck of cards, a normal poker deck of cards. And I played that, and somehow that unlocked something in my head that made me think, wait, I could take these cards and I could sort of map onto them already. Okay, each number is like a power level for maybe this mech game I had in mind. And like the ace could be like the ace pilot. So you have your ace and then you're making the mech with the other cards. And then maybe you do something with the king and queen. Maybe you're trying to fight them. Maybe they're things, they're the bad guys that you're fighting. And so I just had this rudimentary idea of like, oh, okay, this is how I could just keep this compact game. It could be small. It could be maybe just a small game that you play real quick, dueling someone else. And so it started off as that. And that's what inspired me to make the game. All these sort of influences got together. Then it grew, and I go into that in that interview. But But yeah, that's what inspired me, D-Tungsten. I think that answers your question. D-Tungsten says the knights who say ni. Oh my gosh. No. Do not sully the good name of Junkyard Juggernauts with your Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Ashley says, Mary Cherry Verily. Okay, so Cherry Verily, kind of. Wary. Oh, okay. I like wary. Maybe I'll go something with wary. Ooh, here you go. Merriam, here you go. Merriam-Webster rhymes. Oh, really? Okay. That actually might be very helpful, actually. Thank you. I'll have that up off screen here. Oh my gosh. Stacy said hi and it's not showing me. It's supposed to show me the other chat. Golly sakes. This is frustrating. Well, Stacy, I don't know if you're still here. And Dale, would you please let Stacy know? I'm sorry. I don't know why I didn't see her chat come through. It should have come through, but for whatever reason, it wasn't. It wasn't showing. So I'm sorry, and hopefully she's having a good day. Okay. Told you I'm good at sourcing things. You are, Ashley. That is for sure and for certain. Okay. Let's get back to this. Mary. Scary, Harry, Bury, Prairie, Wary. Yeah, Wary might be good, actually. I feel like many, ready, steady. Yeah, okay, so those are good rhymes. Fairy, oh, fairy. King, queen, ruled. Ruled among the fairies? No. Fairy, carry, fairy. Remarry, unwary, nary. Nary. Maybe nary. What am I trying to say? I want to get to this line of old. Oh, geez. Othu. I actually, this is so silly, guys. I sang, like, I was just sort of singing a tune. A tune came in my head, and I just sang out what this sort of story was. The prologue. Yeah, epilogue comes at that. The prologue for Junkyard Juggernauts, just sort of like what it would be. Just sort of stream of consciousness, like singing it out. I listened back. It sounds horrible. Maybe I'll release it if we kickstart. If you want to have your ears hurt. Or want to just see me be embarrassed again. Oh, and that reminds me, one of the backers asked me, "Hey, are you doing any sort of like end of the Kickstarter celebration or what have you?" And so, Ashley, I want to sort of talk with you about what that might look like. And I think we should plan something, whether it's a celebration of funding, or a celebration of so many people wanting to see this come to fruition, even though it didn't. I still want to thank everyone that wanted to see this, and that this isn't the end, because if it doesn't fund, it's still going to be available on the Game Crafter for people to get. T-Tung says, yeah, I remember the mapping on regular cards. So you ditched the video game for a board game? Interesting. Yeah, and I mean, I certainly had delusions of grandeur. Like, if this just like took off like a rocket ship, and we're approaching like 100,000 level of support, making a stretch goal, I'll make a video game. I will go back, because Paul was saying constantly throughout this whole process, like whenever he played the game, why can't this just be a video game? I want to play the video game of this. Like, I'm sorry, Paul, I can't just do that. But I mean, I'd love to see like a Game Boy game of this. I think that'd be so epic. That'd be so cool. And just release that on like, I mean, I guess I could try to release it on all the platforms, but I would probably focus mainly on, Game Boy Advance cart of it. Or maybe I just keep it simple, go with a Game Boy. I feel like plenty of people enjoy that aesthetic anyway. So I'm sorry. But yeah, that's what happened, D-Tungsten. Ashley says, told you I'm good at... Oh, I read that right, yeah. Okay. So ruled fearlessly because of old Athu. I think I just say Athu. Othu. Othu? Othu. Now I can't remember. Othu. Athu. Othu. 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 I think it's Othu. Othu, yeah. I can code Othu. A Jew. Oh my gosh. A Jew here? No, not a Jew. A Chew. Rule fearlessly because... Where's that line from, guys? I know Ashley knows, but I'm curious if anyone else gets it. King and queen rule fearlessly because of old Athu. There was a time in Galmany when all its peoples made merry. King and queen ruled fearlessly. Maybe I don't. Maybe fearlessly works. Maybe let me read that. Because of I want to say more than because of old Athu. Fearlessly. Sovereign stewards of old Athu. Sovereign stewards of old Athu. Okay, let's see how this sounds, guys. There was a time in Galmany when all its peoples made merry. King and queen ruled fearlessly, sovereign stewards of old Athu. Okay, yeah. I think that's good. Now, as long as I can make the next coda, as I'm putting it, rhyme with Athu. Okay, so let me go back to what I had before. See where I was going with it. No, that's not it. Okay, now this is about Athu. So this sort of sets the stage for where we're at. And then this goes back into the backstory of how we came to be. So, and this is about Athu, whose blessed old name from the four spirits came. Okay, and I have it right there. I have it right there. Okay. I think I want to expand these a little bit, but that's pretty much, those already rhyme. Athu. And then we can just say his, I want to say a word that's better than great. His, do I want to just push full in and go with holy? I could. His holy blessed name, who spoke and the four spirits came, who's holy. I don't think I want to say holy and blessed. That's a bit too religiosity. His holy. I feel like there should be another word for blessed though. That's still like old Englishy. Let's see. Let's go thesaurus here. Thesaurus. Blessed. 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 Okay. Let's see. D-Tung says, sorry, I was going to say I can code so I can help you with making a video game. Thank you, D-Tunks. But the auth, you confuse my brain. Okay. Athu and Achu rhyme. That's true, they do. But probably not the best word to use. Probably not. Superlative, yes. Best test? What? Really? Achu rhymes with God bless you. Oh, gosh, guys. Anyway, blessed. Okay. Beatified, adored, consecrated, divine, enthroned, exalted, glorified, hallowed. Ooh, I kind of like hallowed more than holy. Redeemed, resurrected, revered, rewarded, saved. Holy, inviolable, sacred, sacrosanct, spiritual, unprofane. Contented, endowed, favored, granted. Joyous, joy, fortunate, blissful. Let's go with divine. See what words we have for that. Celestial. Celestial might be good. Heavenly, mystical, sacred, supernatural, wonderful. Maybe let's go with wonderful. Maybe something more plain like that. But something that's a bit more like, again, old earthy sounding. Tremendous, phenomenal, pleasant, sensational, awesome, brilliant, enjoyable, admirable, astounding, uninspiring, divine, groovy, baby, miraculous, peachy, prime, stupendous, super, swell, staggering, startling, unheard of, startling, related words, admirable, astonishing, uninspiring. Okay. Well, let's go with, let's see, his holy, is hallowed. I like hallowed. Hallowed. His hallowed. And something that's so pretty. His hallowed. Sanguine? No. That's hopeful or bloody, but no. Exalted, maybe. Revered. Those are good. Exalted, maybe. His exalted. Hallowed, exalted. I want to have two EDs. His exalted. I think I'll use exalted in the next line. I think his hallowed sounds good. His hallowed. Sweet. Hallowed. Okay, I want. You know what? I want a word for beautiful. That's what I want. I'm sure there's other words for beautiful. Alluring, appealing, attractive, exquisite, gorgeous, magnificent. Whoa, what is this word? Pulchritudinous? How in the world is this said?
Pulchritudinous.
Pulchritudinous. There is your word of the day. Pulchritudinous is an adjective for beautiful. Wow. Pulchritudinous. Pulchritudinous. Use that at your next cocktail party. My goodness. Resplendent. I like that. Stunning. Radiant. Radiant's good. Exquisite, maybe. Dazzling. Sublime. That's the word. I like sublime. I like sublime. Great, magnificent. Yes, sublime. Okay. His hallowed old name. How'd you... Nah, that doesn't work. His hallowed, sublime old name. Let me pack in all the adjectives. I could say sublime. Is ever that hallowed name. For from it the four spirits came. Okay, I like that. Sublime as ever that hallowed name. For from it the four spirits came. And I'm gonna say something about tame. I'm gonna end in tame because and they themselves, so the four spirits of Galmany, just so you guys have context, the four spirits of Galmany, that are whenever they're seen, in Galmany, like in that you could see it visually. They come in the form of the sea fox, the forest the forest ray, the bolt ram, and the fire owl. So these four spirits, though, they themselves created the sort of the four corners of Galmany, the lands, the forest, the desert, the seas, and the steppe. So I'm trying to evoke that. So you have the Othu, the sort of the god of everything, who then create and commission these four spirits to do the act of creation. But Othu himself is the one that makes the beings in creation, or the humans. So much like we're image bearers of God, we're made in the image of Othu, which is different from the four spirits. And the four spirits come from like the idea of the four creatures. They're completely different creatures, but the four creatures in Revelation that day and night never cease to say, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord God Almighty, who was and is to come." But in those four creatures, I think have the head of a bull, an eagle, a man, and a lion. I want to say someone can fact check me on that. But okay, who crafted seas and land. I feel like this is not we're in a different. Oh no, this is still the stream beats. Okay, good. Whoa, I didn't mean to make that huge. Just wanted to pause, play. There we go. Who crafted seas? Who crafted land and the seas? I don't want to see seas tamed because we already have a name, came. I want to end in tame. Not tamed. I mean, I guess that's fine. Name, came, tamed. I think that's fine if we end in tamed. And the seas crafted land and the seas did tame. Oh, no. And the seas did tame. Okay. I think that... Okay. And then I want to end with something that ends with a U sound. Squirrel, hello, Squirrel. How are you doing? How have you been? By the way, while you're here, not that this matters, but it just jogged my mind. I need to make sure that I'm seeing chat from other places, that I'm not missing chat from other places. Because I know sometimes you... and yeah, Suede Knight, you're over there on the... Oh, wait, you just said this. Okay. It came over... hopefully you didn't say this forever ago, Suede Knight, but a good afternoon, Governor. Paul J. Credonocious. What? Now I forgot the other word. Prudentious. What was it again? Oh yeah. Pulchritudinous. Pulchritudinous. That means beautiful, everyone. Yeah, I don't... Hopefully you didn't say that forever ago, Suede Knight, and I am actually seeing it when I should have, but how are you doing? Squirrel says, sleepy and lazy. Squirrel, I imagine you've seen, but just in case you did miss it, we are on Kickstarter now with the board game I've been designing, Junkyard Juggernauts. If it seems like something you would enjoy, consider backing it, but more than that, please be in prayer over it. Let me actually bring it up. Well, I'd hope if I actually did that. Be in prayer, and you can get the link by !Kickstarter. But be in prayer over it, especially Dale. Like you were saying, you've been in prayer over it. That means so much to me. To just have your prayers over this, or if you're like, I don't really like board games, Francisco, but I have this friend who's gaga over board games. Please share it. That is another great way to help. But sleepy and lazy, that sounds like a good Sunday. That sounds like an awesome Sunday. Let's see. Okay, we're good there. Caught up there. Stacy, I don't know why I'm seeing this just now, Stacy. All these comments from you. Hey, Francisco, is Ashley back home? No, Ashley is not back home yet. I'm doing well. Hopefully you're doing well, Stacy. Can you see the comments on YouTube? So, yeah, I was having issues, Stacy. Maybe I just need to have this one window up, and otherwise it doesn't show. So I'm sorry about that. Okay, yeah, and there's the link. So right now what I'm working on is this last piece that sort of is it's not a showstopper for like releasing the game to the public, but it's the last nice thing I'd like to have to just have just this nice sort of finishing thing, which is in the rule book. There's these parts that describe in the how to play section the different places you can go to in Galmany, the land where Junkyard Juggernauts takes place, and on this page with the map, there's all this blank space. What I'd love to put in there is this poem I've been working on that talks about sort of the how we get from things being peaceful to there's this darkness that's coming to strike the land. So that's what I'm working on right now as we talk. Owaz, hello. How are you doing, Owaz? Evening to you. I forget what time zone you're in, Owaz, because for me it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's not really evening at all. It's like late afternoon. But welcome. Doing good, awesome. How was the rest of your late birthday stream? Was there any Master System game you played that you're like, I forgot how good? I know that Heroes and Villains, that one that was like the tile where you switch the two, and it's like very fantasy themed. It's like a homebrew game, I think. You're like, man, this is good. And then that made you think of this other game, Shanghai, which I had never heard of. But Heroes Against Demons, that's what it was. Yes. Oh, you're Eastern. Okay. Yeah, was there any other games that you're like, oh, I forgot how good this was? Yeah, we're just Shanghai is a mahjong set. Oh, okay. I've tried mahjong. I've never gotten how you play it. But I'm sure if someone taught me, I'd know. But yeah, you said you love board games, Owaz. Yeah, so I'm working on the rule book for the board game I'm making. Again, I think I just you probably came in when I was flashing it, but the squirrel just did the link for the Kickstarter. If you missed it, exclamation point Kickstarter will get you the link to this page for backing it, for backing this board game. Where really, if you're like, what is this board game, Francisco? Can you describe it for me? You've been looking for, okay, so you already, okay, I don't need to go into it. But in case you're Squirrel or anyone else that's new, Junkyard Juggernauts is a 1-to-4 player fantasy adventure game where you're heirs to the kingdom, but a warlord has struck the kingdom. Your parents, the king and queen, have disappeared. So your tutor Dobrin takes you down, helps you escape from the castle, which is on fire now, to the junkyard, where he believes you'll be able to use your magical abilities, because each of you has an affinity for one of the 4 elements of magic. You'll be able to use those affinities to merge your magic with the old wreckage of the old wars in the junkyard to make a new juggernaut that you can then take and go adventure and find the warlord and defeat him, and hopefully find your parents. And free the land, of course. I would love to contribute. Awesome. Yeah. I mean, there's several different pledge levels. You can always just back without a reward for any amount. If you're like, I want to support you, Francisco, but I don't have like the different rewards are. There's the base game is $79. That will get you a physical copy with all these pieces, and you can go through all these. You can also just get the $25 print and play, which will give you the files, and you'll have to cut out everything. And but some people just like the craft of making their own game from the print and play files. Just so you guys are aware, I don't have the completed print and play files like ready. That's something I will be working on as we go through these next 33 days. There's the 110 deluxe version, which is this version I have with me right here, which comes in a nice stout box. It opens up like I can't. It's hard to do two-handed, but it opens up like that, and then you put it back on. You guys know how boxes work. Let me give you this tutorial on how to open a box. It's like I don't know if you guys watch Riff Tracks, but there's setting up a room is a very popular Riff Tracks where there's these 2 old teachers from the 70s setting up their classroom before school. before the school year starts. Anyway, so Opening Up a Box by Francisco Ruiz. I'm here for you. Anyway, Deluxe Edition is 110, which has these deluxeified components. And there's the all-in amplified game pledge, which gives you the deluxe version plus a 1,000-piece puzzle, stickers, thank you card, and there's still 2 left. You can have your name in the lore. So each of the character cards that you play with on the back has a little like short little bio. And at Ashley's Haberdashery, which is on sort of the trading hub for the kingdom, that's where like you'll hear lots of gossip. So you overhear these things. If you were to be at Ashley's, you would overhear these things about each of these heroes that you're playing as. And you can get attributed as the person that's saying the thing about the hero. So Riviera, the person talking, says, they say she lost it slaying a basilisk, talking about her eye. And now she's all patch and eye puns because she has good humor. So right now on the game prototypes, it says villager, but it could say Mary Kay, village healer, or it could say squirrel, village not cook, but I think you still have your food truck, squirrel. So it could be like a market, market keeper or shopkeeper, village grocer. I don't know, something like that. But it would have your name or the name of a loved one on there. And then that would be on all the copies, all the published copies of the game. Obviously, prototypes aren't going to have it. But so it's not just like an individualized version for you. You're like essentially in the game for everyone. Actually, it says deluxe, aka the fancy pants edition. Yeah, exactly. Let me catch up with what you guys are saying. Aladdin for Oaz was the Master System game. It's not difficult, but surprisingly fun. Oh, that's cool. Is it very different from the Genesis version? I've been lurking for a bit. I would love to get through. Okay, says Swirl. Oaz says, I tried going to the web interface of Tabletopia, but it was bogging down. Downloaded it and looking at it through Steam. Oh, really cool. Very cool. Through Steam now. Oh yeah. So you went, it's interesting. I always have fine time with the web. I haven't tried it on the Steam version. Please let me know how that goes. Squirrel says, I'm proud of all the work you've put into it. I know it's been a journey. It has been. That is for sure. But it's been a good journey for sure. Oaz says, Aladdin, Sega Master System and Genesis is very different. Okay, that's cool. Steam is working a lot better. Oh wow, that's crazy to know that. But I'm glad it's working there well, Oaz. Okay, back to the poem, guys, where we're talking about the sort of how we got here. And I mean, you guys are like, I feel like you guys, I'm probably gonna be here. I'm comfortable being here for another hour. If you guys want to continue asking, curious about this game, about kickstarting, you guys have been asking some great questions. Really appreciate everyone here. And yeah, I imagine I missed Bobo and Stacy's comments. They're probably from a while ago, and I'm so frustrated. I'm frustrated that I missed them. But I'm sorry about that, guys. Okay. So far we have, there was a time in Galwany when all its peoples were made merry. King and queen ruled fearlessly, sovereign stewards of old Athu. Sublimed as ever that sublimed as ever. Sublime as ever that hallowed name, for from it the four spirits came, who crafted land and seas did tame. Maybe I just say it again end it with Athu. Bless you. Athu. I need to canonically figure out how it's pronounced. Oaz says, when trying to download the rulebook from Kickstarter page is going to, no, don't tell me that. Thank you. Thank you for telling me that. But that needs to be fixed right quick and in a jiffy. Okay. I will fix that right now. Man, thank you, Oaz. And I mean, D. Tungsten, I think you're the one that mentioned the whole $300, the all-in reward tier was wrong on the side earlier. Thank you guys for being aware of things that I just miss. I am so thankful for all of you. Okay, Proton Drive. Come on, go. And here. And then I want a link to this. Share this. Create public link. Copy that. And now we go to the Kickstarter. Build campaign. Story. Zoom down to the rulebook. Zoom. Where is it? Oh, right there. Jeez. Right in front of my face. Okay, link. Gonna edit it. Paste. Okay. Save. Now I'm gonna test it, see if it works. Okay. Download the rulebook. And someone's ringing my doorbell? I don't know who that... Okay, give me a second, guys. I'm not sure who that would be. Okay, it does seem to go to the file for download. If you don't mind checking that OAS, that'd be great. Let's see. This is... Yeah, okay. So I'll be right back, guys. And then Kickstarter says, "Hey, Roar, you've been raided." Roar. Can you roar for us, Little Miss?
Nice.
That was pretty awesome.
That would scare me more than Godzilla if I had no idea what was behind me.
Do you know who Godzilla is?
Yes.
Oh, you do? I didn't know you knew who
There you
that was.
go.
From VeggieTales.
There you go. Godzilla's from VeggieTales.
Deep Blu-rays and such. You just gotta go back to the main menu and people will know that part out now and it wouldn't change anything.
You want them to edit
That's George
classic films?
You heard it, folks, right here. He called it classic.
That is
I said
not what I
classic.
meant.
Somebody clip that right now.
Yes.
Somebody clip that right now.
You counted amongst films? What?
Yeah.
What? You can stop attacking me from two sides, you jerks! Hey, no, you don't get to hit me out of the air. That's not how this goes. My jump hit should always land. How dare you? See, there we go. Now we're... Oh no, you're... That was good.
Hey, all calculus
Get with the calculus.
Another installment of morality.
How many... Why are there so many...
Morality 012. Tell us the moral
Kill
that
me,
makes us
calculus.
moo. Moral number 224. From Gate to Vote 230. Sometimes I get San Francisco inviting you to play Multiple Comes from Dustbusters. Probably pineapple smoked on pizza, but Canadian bacon most surely does. But then I get back, bacon, yeah, stick with bacon. Bye. Bye now.
Bye.
Oh, it's so cool.
It's too dark. Really. Plus, Sora, I hate Disney, so why would I want to stream?
Oh, you really hate Disney? Oh, yeah, he does.
Welcome to the party.
What? Yeah, I know, right? Wow. Yeah. What is it like to have no...
And now lights are off. That's great. Oh my goodness. Come on, and please be here. Please be here, and... No! Oh my... Oh wait, no, I'm cheating. I am cheating. How do I'm surprised I haven't died so far. Yeah, there it goes. surround formation. And I'm going to try to do the camera so that... I'm sorry, guys, that I always forget I have to turn off an audio, otherwise it echoes. I'm sorry about that. I'm sure that's not fun to listen to. Okay, sorry. I'm sure Ashley's like, what's happened? So our landlord just is cutting tree branches and wanted me to move the truck so it wouldn't be in the way. Okay, let me catch up. Okay, yep, it works now. Awesome. Thank you, Owas. Dsung says, someone else mentioned it before I did. I saw it, but didn't realize it was a typo. I suggest the update post. Okay, well, still. Owas is, I think, saying hi. Oh, yeah. Hi to Tungsten. Okay, I am back now. Sorry about the delay, guys. Okay. So, here's the thing. I haven't really thought about where I know in the Bible, Satan is originally Lucifer and then he rebels. I don't know if I want that exact same thing. Where I almost feel like it should be because the four creatures created the land, that they're not perfect in the way Athu is perfect, so there's a corruption element in it. But why would there be? There's no evil intent in them. So, okay, I mean, this is me sort of talking out loud. The warlord is a spiritual being, but he's not the big bad evil. He's like a lieutenant of the big bad evil, which you read about that in the rule book about him. And so, in fact, let me read this. Maybe this will help. Just what I've written before will help inform where I'm going or what I was thinking at the time. Man, this art from Paul is just so great. I'm just gonna showcase it here again. He did, man, a crazy awesome job with this. So you see the warlord, because the warlord uses blood and shadow magic, mainly blood magic, but he himself is like shadow magic. And then you see his warmog behind him with its 4 limbs, a snake limb, the fire missile launcher, this acid launcher, a katana sword, and these crazy, it has like the spider legs and then the big war wheel. Yeah, just so awesome. Anyway, let me find the little blurb about the warlord. Ashley says, I imagine it was the landlord. He hardly ever have people show up at her. Exactly. Especially that ring the doorbell. Okay, so warlord. Not much is known about this evil. Some think the warlord is a lady from the swamps of Icebelly, or perhaps a vassal lord and the prince of Sky Mist. Icebelly. Oh, I think I need to change that because I think I call it Frostbelly. Yeah, Frostbelly Swamp. Okay, so this is essentially a window into a possible expansion. Frostbelly Swamp. But apparently I used to call it Icebelly, so let me correct that right now. Well, good. What? See, this is good. I'm glad we're going through this. Sky Mist is the place I wanted to call it, but this should be Frostbelly. Come on. Can I not select this? Let me edit. Let me do the thing I want to do. Thank you. Frostbelly. I should say the icy swamps. The icy swamps of Frostbelly. Or perhaps the Vassal. Okay. So we don't, yeah, not much is known about the warlord. And the warlord doesn't really have a gender. I tend to not use gendered language with the warlord because I feel like the warlord is a spiritual being of some sort. But not people don't know that necessarily. So some think it's a lady. Much like if you've ever seen Passion of the Christ, the depiction of Satan is very androgynous. You don't really know, is that a guy, is that a girl? You don't know. And so I was going for something like that with the warlord. And so now I'm trying to think of, okay, so what's the backstory for the warlord? Why is there this evil? And I think not much is known about it. That's right. So if in the sky and in the swamp, so this evil exists. So we have, okay, maybe maybe there's a rebellion against the four beasts from things that weren't made or they didn't focus on making. Or, okay, this is gonna be tricky. This is not canon. I'm just talking through this out. If Athu is like the supreme light that everything comes from, the four creatures then will as glorious as they are being made, being like the four chief creatures, four chief spirits. They're not really creatures. But they themselves don't cast light, they would have a shadow. So maybe there's a shadow aspect to each of the four elements. So fire could be darkness, earth could be, I think earth would be ice. I know you think water would be ice, but earth I think would be everything frozen over. Water, I think earth, what would be the opposite of earth? What would the okay, let's do the ones that are easy. Fire would be darkness. Wind would maybe be stagnation. Air would be maybe stagnation, or yeah, I think stagnation. Water, let's say water is, ice, it doesn't really work. Water would be blood, I think, because water can have life. Blood helps sustain life, but you can't have things living in blood. And then, so we have fire and water, I think darkness and blood. And those were the other magic types I was thinking already. But what we have stagnation for air. What would be the opposite for earth? Like chaos, I think. I mean, the sea is kind of chaotic, so I don't think that makes sense. I mean, earth and sea are already kind of opposites, but if we want something that's an opposite in terms of like earth magic, what would be the opposite of that? Unearth magic. Yeah, she. So anyway, well, I don't have to figure that all quite out, but maybe there's something that, so these shadow elements are made because of that. And then there's these four opposing principalities that want to control Galmony. They have their own schemes to control it. And so one of them, the dark one, that because the warlord comes from the west, that we do know, because they attack Headstone first and take they ransack this monastery so that they have this access to these fire rock eggs, or these fire owl eggs that the warlord's forces are able to use to light fire to anywhere they want, pretty much. And then they're able to send out, the warlord is able to send out his machines, his Junkyard to the four cities and control them by just the sacrifice, or by killing and ransacking. He's able to transform the magic he gets from killing into things to power the Junkyards. So then he is able to then, or I say he, but it's the warlord, is able to then work to then he goes, well, even before that, I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to spoil it because that's in one of the story endings, but comes from the West, and I feel like he's coming from, he could come from Frostbite, he could come from Sky Mist. I think both of those are essentially in the West, but he does use Zycam Rapid Melts. Tastes terrible. Metallic orange flavor. No, it's better than yellow cake uranium, which is what one of these still is. There's still a yellow cake uranium being boozled in here. But I'm sorry you're having to face that horrible flavor. Yeah, but I really do like this idea. Really? Why are you ripping me? I do like this idea of Athu creates the four spirits. The four spirits have, just by being working at work, doing good, they unfortunately cast a shadow just by operating in this world. And that those shadows become opposing elements because they're so strong themselves. Their shadows are able to take on a life that opposes them, and opposes but they can't take out Athu. Athu has made the humans, we'll say, of Galmany, and so if the great evil really wants to stick it to Athu, they have to destroy all the people. There were new flavors of beans. There will be new flavors of beans coming. No, it's more of a rip for me. Oh, okay, that makes sense actually. But this has been awesome getting to like sort of brainstorm and stuff, guys. Thank you so much for listening to me go on and on and on about this. Maybe I hope it was somewhat interesting. I think we're gonna end it though. We could go see if there's anyone to go raid. But yeah, thank you again, Oz and Squirrel, for stopping by. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Thank you, Cool Deluxe, Ashley, for all your support, Dale, for your prayers, for everyone who's been praying about this game. Thank you so much. Thank you, Oz, by the way, for finding the issue with the instruction manual. Rosie, thank you for just lurking. Really appreciate you as well. Yeah, just thank you guys so much for being here. I need to go to Twitch. Yay, thanks, of course. Thank you guys. I'm so blessed to get to hang out with you all. Okay, pause that. All right. Well, if there's anyone you guys suggest we raid, let me know. I'm open to suggestions. Have a good night. Thank you, Oaz. David, okay, yeah, that makes sense. We could raid David Abner, who's playing Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link right now. He's doing a randomizer. So yeah, we could go raid him. Thank you, Ashley, for the suggestion.
That's a lot.
So we'll do that. So I'm going to say goodbye to everyone over on YouTube and Rumble. If you've been watching there, thank you so much. We'll be back on Tuesday for going back to I think we'll play Echo, and we'll start Castle of Illusion. Is that the one? Or Land of Illusion? I forget which. It's one of the Mickey Mouse Sega Genesis games. We'll start those next time on Tuesday. We'll continue Echo, play until I'm like, I hate this game, and then after I put my son to bed, we'll come back and start the Disney game, which I'm hoping is going to be a lot more fun. Then next Sunday, I'm probably going to gear up. Then probably the next Sundays and Tuesdays, I'm going to be gearing up to either doing live playtesting, so I may not stream, or doing playtesting online. So if you would like to, not playtesting, just playing Junkyard Juggernauts. If you would like to be a part of that, please let me know. get a hold of me through Discord, through Twitch messages, through carrier pigeons. I may get those. Email, however you want. Let me know and we can try a setup. Or if you're a streamer and you would like to play Junkyard Juggernauts on your stream, again, please let me know. I would love to promote that and do my best to make myself available to answer questions and what have you. But that'd be another great way to help get the word out about this game and this Kickstarter, which I pray is a blessing to everyone who plays it and ultimately glorifies God. So I thank you for the stream, my love. Of course, thank you guys. Thank you, Ashley. All right, so let me get the raid started, then we'll pray.